Hey everybody, welcome to Double Talk with Cody and Dylan. Our guest today is our good friend Zach. Today we decided to talk about... Yes, Zach?
Favorite childhood cartoons.
So,
okay.
We've been talking about this for a while now because we got here and started watching old cartoon intros.
So, it just happened by chance. We kind of did it in preparation for this.
Yeah, in preparation.
We did?
Yeah. So, we're just going to talk about two and then just kind of list some other good ones. So, Zach, which one did you pick?
I picked Captain Planet.
Captain Planet. Classic. Good one.
I love Captain Planet because not only is he blue and he's basically just... I think he's suffocating all the time. But he saves the planet.
That's why he's suffocating, because of the environment.
Yeah. All the smog.
You people are killing Captain Planet.
Talking to you, Prius drivers.
I really wish that we would have looked this up ahead of time because I don't remember Captain Planet at all.
Actually, now that I write it down, I don't remember anything.
What a great choice.
I just remember liking it a lot and then seeing it on someone's t-shirt the other day.
Yeah.
And thinking, I remember that was really good.
But I have absolutely no idea, though. I just, I've heard the name, but I have no idea what it looks like or anything.
Yeah.
The thing I remember about Captain Planet is it was 5 kids that had the rings.
It was the most diverse group of people I've ever seen in my life.
It had to be all politically correct, so
it was more diverse than TV shows today.
Oh, wait a minute. Did they have, an asteroid that, crashed through their, treehouse or something?
I don't remember that.
I don't know why I remember something like that. And,
I think you're thinking of Kim Possible.
Was it a shoot off of it or something? Or
I just remember there was no, that didn't happen to Kim Possible.
I never watched Kim
I think
Possible.
there was an episode of Kim Possible where a meteorite came down and hit the treehouse.
Yeah, and then
that's how the green chick got her powers, along with the rest of her brothers and sisters.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm way off.
Yeah.
So there was they each had a ring. And that's how they summoned Captain Planet.
But they didn't get anything out of it, did they? Did they get any powers?
No. They could just summon Captain Planet. They might have had powers.
I feel like they should have powers. Then this other guy comes in and gets all the glory, but they have the rings.
They helped him.
Well, why not Captain Planet just stay on Earth all the time and help people?
I don't think he wasn't off of Earth. He was in their rings.
That's kind of sad. Not as only
life
is
is that
divided into these rings.
There was
every day he's
fire, water, earth, and air, and then love.
That's so stupid.
That's not an element.
Yeah, and love was the Asian kid, Asian or Indian or something, and he had the pet monkey.
Oh,
and he was like, and love.
All right.
And Captain Planet was like.
So every time he goes away, he's just sectioned up into 5 different.
It's just separated into 5 people, just waiting to be returned. I feel like they should just throw all the rings into a volcano and just get over with it. Hey Arnold was the other show that I decided to pick.
Okay.
And I loved Hey Arnold. It wasn't actually that funny.
No.
It was just weird and creepy, and it just so happened that the main character was horribly disfigured. Did they ever explain why he was disfigured?
Preemie?
No.
They drop him, or
I don't think it was ever explained.
No.
I think they showed his parents, and I think his mom had a head.
It was like Great Uncle Arnold.
But yeah, Hey Arnold was. I love that show. I actually tried to go back and watch it when they put it on Netflix a year ago.
It's sad, going back and looking at these shows, and it's oh, that wasn't that good.
Yeah. Because it was such a big part of your childhood. But you know what? When we were doing this and watching them, mine that I picked was Codename Kids Next Door because I love that show. I was obsessed with it.
That's what I was going to pick until I heard that you picked it right before I could.
I wanted to be in the Kids Next Door. I loved it.
Why? They're all jerks.
No, they were awesome.
They're all spoiled. They're I've got a gun that shoots toilet paper.
Oh, so spoiled.
Why?
True ply.
They fought adults. They were secret agents. They had this worldwide organization. They had a space station.
I think it was just the spy aspect of it, because
Yeah.
I was obsessed with spies when I was little. Just anything spy.
It's
Didn't
a
matter.
bit too unrealistic, Dylan.
It's childhood. Childhood is
Bit too
unrealistic.
unrealistic.
And Captain Planet,
You know
that's
what-
realistic.
You know what was realistic? The Magic School Bus.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
But really quick, what I was gonna say was when we were preparing for this, and I went back and watched. We started watching an episode of Codename Kids Next Door. I actually got excited, and I'm gonna go back and finish watching that episode tonight.
I know. I kinda want-
Because I wanted to see what happened, because I never remember seeing that episode. So I'm gonna watch cartoons tonight when I go to bed. Okay, so
Yeah.
Cody, what was yours, or did you have one?
After thinking for a very long time, because I don't remember a lot of my childhood for some reason, I don't know why, I came upon Dexter's Laboratory, which I just remembered. I just finished watching that like 2 months ago. I mean, like, watched the whole thing again. Love that show.
That was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
It was great.
Although I realized watching it back now, like, she was always annoying, but I could do without Dee Dee.
Oh yeah.
Like, just completely get her out of the show.
I think she made the show.
Dude,
Dee Dee was the worst.
She made
the dancing one.
You have to.
Okay, like,
the antagonist.
Remember the dancing shit? This thing?
like, she had her moments, but
Yeah.
I think she was in it way too much.
Yeah.
She was... Oh, my God.
Do you remember the one where they went to the future, or older Dexter came back? They had like different variations of Dexter
Wasn't
as
he
an
like
adult.
really cool or something like that?
No, there's like a
remember that one.
super buff one, and then there was like older nerdy Dexter, and then there was like super old Yoda Dexter.
I think I do remember that.
Yeah, it was like the series finale or something. It was a whole movie.
Yeah, and
Wait.
Mandark.
I think I need to finish watching,
I just
like, the
gotta-
last season.
I just gotta add that one thing. You didn't like Dee Dee, but you could handle Mandark? Come on.
Mandark wasn't in it.
Yeah, he wasn't... It's
Not as
like
much
having
as Dee
it in like portions. Dee Dee was
Yeah.
like in way too much of the show.
Well, who would be the bad guy though? Then, like, it would just be him making inventions and then like them
don't care.
succeeding.
The one I do remember, like explicitly remember this. I don't know why it's stuck in my head so much. Is when he tries to learn French, and he builds that machine, and he puts the record on it. Omelette du fromage.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's
that's
the
what
only
it was.
thing he could say. And he became like this world famous singer for his song Omelette du fromage.
Omelette du fromage.
And I just remember he had there was like a silhouette and the microphone right here, and he's like, Omelette du fromage.
He got a Nobel Prize. He basically took over the world and did
Yeah.
what he always wanted to do
Yeah.
Yeah.
with those words.
Oh man, good times. Okay, so what were your other ones, Zach? We just have a few honorable mentions. We're not going to talk about them.
I
Yeah.
had Batman the Animated Series, Justice League.
Watch that one too.
Yeah. And then you liked Doug.
I love Doug. And I don't know why. Because nobody else liked Doug. Like, I go back and talk to people and like, hey, do you remember the show Doug? And everyone's like, that show was so stupid. There's like no point to it. But I loved it.
I don't
Yeah.
remember it enough to like know whether or not I hated it or liked it. Like, I remember it, but not like
There's
nothing about it.
what?
Hashtag Skeeter.
Skeeter. Skeeter and Patty Mayonnaise.
He was also suffocating.
Patty
all the
Mayonnaise.
time.
And then there's the green kid that was the bully with the leather jacket and the weird comb over. Anyways,
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Street Sharks. Nobody remembers this one either. Oh, you know what? I just thought of another one. I'll put at the end.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ripoff.
Yes, it was. Hysteria on Kids WB. Are we gonna put the pictures up?
Sure.
Okay, we'll put pictures up so you guys maybe will remember.
Probably have already seen them.
Doug. Again. Freakazoid. I wrote a list and I'm out of order now. Freakazoid runs around in his underwear. Bonkers. Detention. Gargoyles.
That was such a good show.
I wasn't allowed to watch it.
Oh.
I did. I did anyways when my mom wasn't home.
I did that with Ed and Eddie.
You weren't allowed to watch
I was
Ed, Ed,
not
Eddie?
allowed to watch Ed and Eddie.
I don't know how I didn't put Ed, Ed, and Eddie on this. I still
Yeah,
watch
I
Ed,
think-
Ed, and Eddie.
yeah, I love that
That
show.
was
I
a
think,
good show.
I think I was just careful enough to like when those episodes came on that were like kind of out there. I'd be like, oh, mom's coming.
And I think it was
Turn it off.
because all my other friends weren't allowed to watch it either.
It's so weird.
And I don't understand it either. I think it was just because it was stupid.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was just
was-
like it was like the kind
It grossly animated.
of yeah.
My
I think
parents
that's
didn't
mostly
like
what
it
was.
because
It's just-
Kevin always called them dorks.
It's the 21st century for you.
Digimon, which at the time I liked more than Pokemon. Now looking back, Pokemon's better. Tailspin, which we just had a discussion about
Yeah.
this. Awesome show, amazing show, but kind of a dumb plot. Like,
Well, I think it's a good plot if if you just take out the fact that all the characters are from Jungle Book, then it's
You
perfect.
can't hide that fact, though. It's pretty prominent.
yeah, it's like, okay, Baloo the Bear in colonial England, or the Russian. Where did Russians come in? The British colonization of India. So like early
Oh yeah, that's where
Mid-
it was.
1800s, early 1900s maybe, and like, oh, let's put him in a plane with
it
sky
had this
pirates.
awesome Indiana Jones feel
Yeah.
to it. Oh, that was such a good.
It was an
show.
amazing show. I loved it. But thinking back on it, being 24 years old and thinking back on it, it's kind of dumb. And then Rescue Rangers.
If you go back and look at any of these shows,
That's
they're
true.
all dumb.
Rescue
That's
Rangers with Chip and Dale and Monty, who would like. Do you guys remember that show?
It's Rescue Rangers,
Rescue
and they had the
Rangers.
toys.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
They were chipmunks, and then
Oh, what? Oh, I'm thinking of Rescue Heroes.
Rescue Heroes. What was that?
Oh, do you remember Rescue Heroes? They were. It was. I think it was originally like just little action figures, and it was all like real life
Oh,
heroes.
yeah, I remember
like
that.
Police officer, fireman,
Watched that show all the time.
lifeguard, and they were all like weirdly
They're just huge. They were like
they had huge hands, huge feet,
Yeah,
and like unbelievably buff.
arms just that big around.
Yeah, and then their legs,
Man and women.
their waist was like this big.
I do remember that now. I
Yeah.
never watched it. That was like a little bit after when I was like too old to be watching cartoons. I
Oh.
thought I was too old to be watching cartoons.
You're never too old.
Yeah. So the one that I just remembered.
You guys see the new Phineas and Ferb?
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo was a good one. Man, we're missing a lot because there was another one that I just thought of and I forgot
You
again.
pick all the weird hipster cartoons.
Kablam! With Prometheus and Bob, and what was that? The superheroes? We just watched it.
The Flesh.
The Flash, Meltman. But the
Thunder
show.
Girl.
Oh, Justice Friends, right?
No.
that wasn't that.
No,
That was
Justice-
the Dexter's Lab.
Yeah.
Yeah. With
Anyways.
the incredible Kronk.
A lot.
Oh no,
Infraggable
the
Kronk.
intolerable
Infraggable.
Kronk.
Infraggable.
Oh, Fraggable.
Infraggable Kronk. What was his
Van Halen.
name? Val Hallen.
I liked how they're all just really weird, non-copyright versions of like real superheroes.
Okay, and then the last one, really quick, that nobody remembers ever is Microscopic Milton.
Yeah, no, no.
Not ringing a bell. No.
Nobody remembers that show. I'm starting to think that I am schizophrenic and
Made
it
it up.
never happened.
Did you Google it?
I don't think I've ever
And nothing
Googled it.
came up.
It was this little guy, and he lived in a clock in somebody's house. Wasn't microscopic, but he was like flea sized maybe, and he was friends with the dog. He was like a big sheepdog
Milton?
that lived in the house. Microscopic Milton.
Okay.
I think you're making things up now.
Oh, this was
Let me
a
see.
book, wasn't it?
I don't remember a book. I remember watching it. Yeah.
Okay.
He had that weird.
I don't know if you
vaguely
guys can
remember
see
that.
that.
I
We'll-
can
we'll
like
put a
throw up
picture
a
up.
picture.
Yeah.
Or something.
Okay, so if you guys have cartoons that we forgot, because we obviously forgot a lot.
Recess.
Recess.
Too late, Cody.
I'm throwing it in there at the end. Roll credits.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and watch and share. Watch every episode. Thank you guys.
Another.
That's about it.
We're gonna be talking about movies that are coming out that are kind of more for kids, but that we're kind of excited about.
I'm definitely excited.
Yeah.